Apply. Merry Christmas. 2 days left. 2 days left for Christmas. This is a trick that Larry showed. Or didn't show it. He posted it on the forums. One of the very, very, very many tips and tricks he showed. So I just thought it would be good to make a small preview on it. It's very, very simple, but it's good to know. Okay, so let's start with dragging in this audio. Now, so you saw that this audio loaded into RAM in LightWave. Now I can overwrite this one very easily by just taking another one and drag it in. So that's how I can do that. You don't need to clear the audio. Right, so in LightWave, we now have the audio. Oh, that sounds like a mosquito. Now, when scrubbing this back and forth, you're not really gonna hear the audio. It's kind of gonna sound like how Tafa sounds. Actually, this sounds like Another World, the elevator scene. If you haven't played Another World, well, you missed something. Anyway, so of course this doesn't sound like much. So what do we do? Do Frank Sinatra. Okay. Bad joke. Now you can hit the play button down here. No, but this is far from real time, so that's not going to do anything. I mean, if you're trying to go for lip sync, then that's not going to help you at all. But what if we take this one? We turn off VPR, do exactly the same thing. And that's much, much closer, but it might not be the thing that you want. Because if you have a huge scene, I mean, you got tons of polygons deforming and so on, then doing, for example, lip sync is gonna not work because the scene is gonna be too heavy. So how do you go about that? Some suggestions have been to converting the audio to mono and lowering the bitrate, but the safe thing is what Larry said or wrote, and that is to make a preview. Make preview. And I can skip frames here, so I can render every 5th frame. It's not going to be visible in the end result anyway, so just to speed things up, speed this calculation up. So hit OK, and done. And now we can play that. And this is 100% correct speed. Now, you can also play that at a different rate. If you want to study certain movements closer. So that's the way to go about that. You can actually also use, let's see, you can also use VPR. And I recommend using half resolution and probably a smaller VPR screen than this, but it does work, so depends on the speed of your computer as well. Okay, so make preview. In this case, I'm gonna skip more frames, so I'm gonna render every 10th. and it should still be good enough. Now, of course, this is a very, very short clip, so you'll have to wait a bit longer for your lip sync calculation if you use VPR. So it's up to you really if you want to use VPR or not. Anyway, so we have the preview, and it's just fine. And well, VPR can actually be very good for lip sync, because it just it gives a better look. So because doing texture shaded solid can be kind of well, limited. It will look, the lip sync might look flat, so you can go for VPR, but of course you can also just go like that to speed things up a bit. Now, okay, let's say 10. Let's say 5. It's not that much slower. So it does work with VPR too, if you go for that. And of course, if this was a character, then of course I could make this even smaller, just make it fit the mouth area. Not really sure if there's any way to use animated limited region with in VPR. I know there are a couple of plugins that does that during F9, but in VPR I'm not sure. But anyway, so you're just going to focus on the mouth anyway if you do that kind of stuff. So just showing here really how to save time when doing that kind of stuff. So does that conclude everything? I think it does. Now if you want to do lip sync, I recommend using Tafa. It's just going to save you lots and lots of time, and it's very, very cheap. They really should, well, they should make Tafa 3 times more expensive if you ask me, but that's how it is. So yeah, so this is how you do it in LightWave. I think that about covers it.